Here we go. We are in the Tour Modified series at the Legacy version of Phoenix International Raceway. We are car number 1 out of 18. Have not even turned a lap, so we're about to go out there and qualify. Have no clue what to do to the setup. We are going to see what we can make of this. I'm assuming you're not going to use any brake in the corners, given the amount of grip that you have in the Tour Modifieds and given the track that we're at. But we'll see. I'm also assuming that drafting is going to be a big part of this race. 2,800 strength of field is pretty good. It's a Friday night, so that was not a great corner. Once again, these are literally my first laps on the track in this car this week, so I don't think that we're going to be all the way out of the gas in any of these turns. But that was an error I just made in turn 1 there. See if we can do better on this lap. That rumble strip on the backstretch loves to turn your car. I think I overdrove that corner just a hair. See where that puts us. 370 puts us P6. Very tight field. Alright, here we go. Coming to the green. We ended up qualifying P6. I'm looking for at least a podium finish here, but we'll see how it goes. These cars are very easy to get 4Xs in, so we're going to have to be very careful with that. This is a C-Class division, so there are cautions. Long race. 60 laps don't seem like a lot, but at Phoenix it is. We'll see what happens here.
Don't put me 3 wide after.
Somebody's not very happy that they're getting raced on a racetrack, it looks like, or sounds like. I wanted to just cruise for a little while, but these guys are already pressuring from behind, and just in case we go green, I don't want to risk losing all these spots and not catching back up, so. This guy behind me messaged me before the race and said he liked my paint, so hopefully that translates to some respect on the track. I guess we'll see. I've raced this track car combo before, just not this week, and it gets very loose off of the turn, off of turn 4. It looks like the leaders are battling now. Maybe some contact. We just went quick time, which really doesn't mean much considering how effective the draft is in this track. See if we can get a run off of this corner. Leaders are really getting after it. On lap 4 of 60, they're already door banging. Those door bangs may not seem like much, but that's enough for 4Xs. And you don't get infinite amount of those. I don't think so. Could be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, 20X and you get a penalty, and that's detrimental because you got to serve that penalty under green flag conditions. So, do not touch that apron. It's a death wish. Looking inside under me. So I don't know what's better, inside, outside, if it doesn't really matter. I would imagine the inside's better. We'll drive it in to clear him. Now, I'm pretty sure we have extra tire sets. One. So keep that in mind. Definitely want to give this guy plenty of room. It's very early in the race. And he's shipped that thing in the corner. Trying to give him as much room as possible. Do not want to end up with a net code, especially this early on. It seems like the outside works better if you're able to hug them. Here's a leader getting loose. Must have clipped that apron. I'm telling you, that apron is deadly. Let's see if we can get around this guy. Oh no, connection issues. There's a wall there. I'm not really sure what that 13 wants me to do. I was at the wall. Probably could have been a little bit higher, but he almost hooked us going into that corner, which isn't good. It's way too early for us to be risking that. I will say the draft plays a lot less of a factor than I thought it would. I think it's definitely helping, but oh no. Finally clear, so maybe we can see what we can do with some fresh track on our sides. That was a bad corner. Let off too much. If they wreck, it is going to be big because they are congested, very big right here. I just slid the rear tires that entire corner because I let off the gas all the way. Really, the car really doesn't like it when you do that. And yet, there I did it again. That 13 clipped the apron. He's all over the place already, so hitting that apron don't help him any. I've got to say, this is probably one of the best Tour Modified races I've been a part of. 16 laps in already, no cautions, and I know I'm probably jinxing it right now, but this has been some really good racing.
I'm amazed how long these cars are. Oh, they're just a bump.
Guess we're finally getting to see what it's like to run the bottom. We've been on the outside the whole race. car is making the decision to back out, it looks like. Very hard to pass here. Hence us being 2x2 for 5 rows there for a while. I mean, I'm trying not to cook up my tires, but at the same time, I'm not saving. So it's not good that they're as quick as they are. I mean, I feel like I could push it a little more, but that would definitely use up the tires at that point. Oh,
Not bad there, man.
that was scary. Wheel-to-wheel contact in a modified is not a good thing. Give that 13 plenty of room. Last time we were side by side, he almost killed me, so. Oh, there he is on the wall. This bottom lane is starting to work out well. That or these guys have absolutely murdered their tires, one or the other. We are making some traction now.
Solid, was that good or did we have to get?
Oh, that guy's pinching me.
I couldn't tell from my point of view that the damn air goes this way. Well, over on the bottom, but it didn't feel like we did. I didn't shoot it open, I got a board.
Really wanted to clear that guy there, but he's still hanging on. What in the world just happened? I drove it in very deep, so I hit the brakes. I didn't want to come up into that guy, and then the leaders were sideways. This is getting very dicey, and we're still not halfway yet. Some amazing racing, though. Really want to get clear up on this number 3. I just can't make it happen. He is hanging on that right rear, and I do not want to get hooked. There we go. Slide up right in front of him. There it is. Give me that bump draft. I'm running lower than this guy on the inside is in front of me, and we're making contact. I'm trying to make sure I give this guy plenty of room. There's not much room for error, but there also isn't much room to give. This 5 car is using up his right front. Guarantee you that. I just realized this number 7's name is Bacon. What a name. That was almost bad. I thought that 18 was about to rebound off the wall and clean this Mason guy out. If I'd have gotten a little bit more of a run, I would have shot her 3 wide if we were about 20 more laps in. Still too early to make that risky of a move, but maybe that'll be me predicting the future. That was a very bad corner. They're going to have a big run on the top. He might clear me here and get down. He's going to clear me, but he isn't going to get down. See, she's driving it in too deep. And he needs to lift a little more to get the rotation in the center. But I think he's trying to drive it in deep to scare the guy above him into overdriving it. And what they're ultimately doing is they're both just overdriving the corner. There we go, first yellow. Lap 30, half of the race. This has been a phenomenal race. I'm trying to decide here if I'm going to take tires or not. We just ran 30 laps under green, but from my understanding, tires don't seem to be that big of a factor. I think it's really going to depend on what these 3 in front of me do. I may just send her on down pit road anyways. We'll see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead with it.
Alright, man. Halfway this time by.
We still hold quick time from lap 3, so
Pit box in 10.
I don't know. There's a chance the tires matter. I'm sure they're going to have some form of benefit. Don't know how big of one though.
Right here.
Oh no. A little too far forward. See how many people stayed out here. 2 people stay out, so we're going to do all 4 tires and see what happens. Got a lot of 2-tire guys here.
Alright, that's it. Go. Let's hit the cars. Make them last the rest of the race. Line up.
Alright. Well, we came out in the same spot that we pitted as far as guys who took 4 tires, but we lost a lot of spots on that exchange. Let's see here. We're going to line up somewhere near 10th. So we'll see what happens. We'll cut back when we're going back green. Here we go. Come back to the green. We start in 10th. Hopefully we still have the same integrity of the race from here on, but something tells me that may not be the case.
Sorry. Sorry about that, Aaron. That's all good.
Got very tight there. I did not expect that. There he goes. That was close. Well, we won't be pitting here. We don't have any more tires. Wouldn't take them even if we did, but we will cut back when we go back green. Well, here we go, coming back to the green. We are going to be 22 laps to go back in P9. We got a lot of ground to make up.
Alright, man. 8 cars in. Green.
Good old-fashioned C-Class stack up.
The car in 3, 5, just 7 spots this lap. 28.045. Got one outside. Still there. 3 it up 5.
A lot of these 2-tire guys, their cars are probably very loose, which is not a good thing for us, considering we're behind all of them. And we're being put 3. So this is fun. He's going to back out of it, thankfully.
Too wide there. Still there. Stay low.
Might have to start using these Nerf bars here. You're going to need to make up some ground coming up to 20 to go. You don't have a lot of time to waste. Make the 11 overdrive his exit a little bit. We should get clear off of 2 here, maybe. Well, we tried. That was almost bad. And that would have absolutely been my fault. I thought we could have cleared him off of 2 there. Mason is not giving me any slack either. We're going to clear up on this guy. Well, maybe not. I cannot get clear of this 11. Things are not looking good right now. I'm making error after error. Got one loose up there. I would move up, but I don't want to give Mason the spot. He's going to take it anyways. And just door us. We will keep that in the memory bank. It was unnecessary. He's going to try to do it again. Well, if he's willing to do that to us, being that we were quicker than him right there, I can only imagine what he's willing to do to these guys in front of us, so maybe we'll use him as a method to get through some of this. He'll end up taking his own self out, but if not, we'll see what comes up at the closing laps of the race. Putting that apron. Leaders are 3 wide right now and door banging. That is not good. I think that leader's about to get shipped. Yep. Car on the bottom is not happy about that door banging on the backstretch. And I can't say that I blame him. Look at that. Mason is just taking no prisoners, driving through whoever it is in front of him.
To avoid a wreck that you didn't.
I didn't see a wreck in front of you.
Stay low. This is all behind us.
Nah, but then I saw no wreck.
Stay low. This is all behind us.
So 11's almost tagging a right rear. I do not know why we just bottomed out like that. That is not... I don't think that's happened to me the entire race. Unless I just haven't been paying much attention, but that killed that corner. Maybe still got a very good shot at this, at that podium. They're racing very hard up there. One way out of shape on the outside. Man, too close at an apron. Had to get out of the gas, move up. Big wiggle right there out of the number 14. We're going to come on the outside of the 17. They are trying to wreck ahead of us. We're going to clear that 17 fairly easily. There they go on the outside. That's 2 spots. Caution is out. We are going to be restarting in P6. And we are going to be at about 4 laps to go when we come back to green. This has been crazy. First half of the race was very peaceful, hard race and very peaceful. This second half I've made error after error, almost caught up in a few wrecks. Some of my doing, some not. And this has been intense. For a 2800 SOF, these guys sure do know what they're doing. That or the draft is just making a massive difference. And so we'll get back when we go back green. This should be a fun finish to this race.
Get ready.
Well, here we go, coming back to the green. We've got the number 5. He's restarting in P2, and he has been driving through everybody, so this should be interesting. The guy in P3 is still on old tires, has not pitted yet. And so this is going to be a fun 4-lap dash right here. We're clear low, but I'm going to stay up here to get the run off the corner. This guy gets in the wall. I think we're still going to be clear off of 2 here. We are. Wasn't really sure with what lane to go with. Thought about making it 3 wide there, but decided not to. This 7 is trying to get this guy's left rear. They're making contact. Grabbed my right rear there for a moment. Thought he was going to turn me into the wall. 2 laps to go. Mason just drove it in there with no intent to make the corner. This is going to be interesting here. I know that 2 car will not take anything from him. That's my brother in that 2 car. There we go. He's sending them right back. These guys have very well established their racing etiquette for this race. We've got a very good shot at this. Mason's going to ship him right here. Did not expect that 7 to cut down in front of me like that. See if we can get the 7. 3 wide finish. What a finish. I tried getting into the side of the 7 a little bit to rough them up. And then the 5 was there. What a race. The 5 and the 2 were going at it there. That's as good as racing as you're going to get on iRacing. That was a heck of a finish. We come away P4. I wanted the podium, but with a 0x in a modified race is a miracle in and of itself. That is not something that happens. You've got to, like, that contact off of turn 4 should have been a 4x. It's a miracle that it wasn't. So it looks like 2 cars are going to go burn it down in victory lane. Let's go take a look at the replay here. See what happened. Let's go watch these last 4 laps. Let's see here. No. So the number 2 car fires early, which I expected. And so we go into turn 1. The number 2 has a big gap there. Let's see here. We'll go to the blimp cam to get everybody in picture. We get clear. We get clear of that guy for P5. Right here, I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to decide which lane's going to prevail. The 7 gets loose. And so I'm really just weighing my options. Right here, I thought about making it 3 wide. But ended up feeling better of it. We have a big run off of 2 here, and they're making contact right there. And I knew the 12 was not happy about it. And watch the 12 here. He comes down and grabs me. Actually, a little bit of netcode there. Something really bad in these cars is the netcode. I think we get clear of them off of this corner, and we're coming to 2 to go. Yep, 2 to go right here. And right here, all that's in my mind is setting up the pass on the 7, but then I see the 5 throw a Hail Mary in there onto the number 2. He had no intent to make that corner. What's that guy's name? Mason Hanel, or Hanel. He had no intent to make that corner. And then you see up here the number 2 drives right back into him. Let's see what this looks like from the chopper now that it's just us up here. So right here I was going to cross over the 7. He comes down right in front of me. I give him a shot. Normally that would be a 4X. Surprisingly it wasn't. We come off the corner. Right here what's going through my mind is crossing the 7 over and making it 3 wide. But I did not have the momentum I needed. So I come back to the top. Cross back on the bottom. He leaves a lane open, so I'm going to get in there. I'm going to try to hit his Nerf bar to slide him up the track. Bump. Just wasn't enough. Bump him again. And we have an absolute killer of a finish there. It does not get much better than that. It was a great finish. It was a great overall race. Coming to the line. Let's go look at this number 5 car. I want to see what happened on that last wreck because I think that he was involved. I know the 5 car absolutely drove through my door as soon as he got next to me. He drove through the next guy. All right. So I had just gotten clear. He had rode behind me up until this point. And made it 3 wide. He backs out of it, thinks better of it. I finally get clear of this 11. And then let's listen to his cockpit. Maybe it'll tell a different story, but it seems like he had no intent to make the corner. I don't think it was as egregious as it looks on the outside, but then he gets up here, and I think he does the exact same thing to this 10 car. Let's see here. I think it's going in this corner. Drives in, wasn't even beside the guy. Nope, not this corner. Let's see. There it is. Not even beside him. Drives in, gets under him. Just puts the Nerf bar to him. Once again, that one, I really don't think that one's as egregious as I think that guy's car reacted a little bit more than it should have. Let's see if he does that to anybody else as he drives through. Gets past that guy. Here we are racing. Makes it a 3 wide right here. Very bold move, but coming down to crunch time, so I don't blame him. 7 tags the 18's right rear, which gets him into that 777 car, who's actually the number 3. So the 3 car fades out. Oh, then we have a wreck back here. I passed it. Looks like the 3 just drives it in too deep. 18 checks up. Looks like the 18 checks up for the 2. 2 might have gotten sideways or something. No, he throttled up into him. I don't know if that was intentional. I can't imagine that being intentional knowing how these cars react. But he keeps on going. He ends up finishing 7th. So, overall, that was a really fun race. We had a really good time. Once again, these races do not typically go like that. These races, they normally finish as a crash fest. And so, anyways, we got Christian iRacers there on the TV cover, on the bumper. Martin Gang Racing on the sides. That was a fun race. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Facebook. And whichever one you're watching on, make sure you like the post that you're watching. Thank you for watching. Be sure to share it as well. We will see you next time.